Okay, so I'm back in my web application. I'm going to refresh, and we see that our styles have been applied appropriately, and we see this button. So if we click on it, it won't work, obviously, because we still haven't implemented this request handler. So I'm going to copy this path, and go to my router and create it. So just duplicate and substitute this with a new path, and this will be app account post recipe. So let's go back to our account and create the class for post recipe. Okay, there it goes, extends off of VM search request handler and def get, because this is going to be a get request. And by the way, as usual, we need to wrap this around the Yum search request handler login required, because we don't want people to, finding out this URL and typing it and being able to access this when they're in fact not logged in. So every single request handler that we need the user to be logged in, we need to wrap around this login required functionality. Okay, so here again, we will print out a static template which contains the form to fill out a recipe. So this will be self.render, and I'll say account, which will be the folder, and then post_recipe.html, which will be the template. Okay, so let's go into the account folder, create a new HTML file, and post_recipe. Okay, delete this as usual. You know the routine: extends main.html, block title, end block, and we'll call this page post a new recipe, and again block content, and let's just close the block. Whoopsie daisy. There we go. Okay, so similarly to the previous page, so to the account page, I'm going to create a header. So before I can do that, I need to write div class container. Okay, inside the container, div class row, and now I can create a h2 and say post a new recipe. Okay, now the next row is going to contain our entire form. So div class row, and here we can actually add our form. So let's say form class form horizontal. Again, we want that horizontal form where we have the labels on the left and the inputs on the right of the label. The method is going to be a post, and the action. And actually, you know what? Let's leave the action out. And what this will do is this will send the form to the exact same path as we are currently in. So we're going to be in the account new recipe path, and since we won't provide a action, the browser will know that it needs to send it to this exact same path. And the difference is that this is going to be a post request. So what we will need to do is we will need to open up a dev post to handle that request. Okay, I'm just going to leave it at pass for now, and again we will need to wrap this around the login required. Okay, so I'll just leave this blank for now, and in the meantime, let's go ahead and just finish up our post recipe. Okay, and the last attribute we need to provide is the enc type. Okay, the enc type will be multi-part form data. Now, what is this attribute? We need to provide this value to the enc type attribute to be able to post images to our server. Okay, if we don't provide this enc type, we will not be able to upload images. Okay, so we just need to use that, and then we will figure out how to post an image.